Good morning, beautiful people. Marie here. I've been on a sacred pause, that's what I'm calling it, since April. And this morning I decided to come in and do a November vibe. So the vibe for November. So what I'm finding is, at the moment, we're all looking for guidance. The energies are so intense. They've been so intense for the last number of months. There's so much going on. And what I'm feeling is we're transcending the teacher guru aspect outside of us, because it is all within us. So my point from that is that we're all looking for guidance, whether you've been on a conscious journey for 20 years, for 10 years, for a year, or even a month. Newly conscious, newly awakened, newly aware, whatever you want to call it. So we're all looking for it. We're all finding our way, sifting through our stuff. So much. There's so much to talk about, but I just want to begin with doing November. Let's see what comes up. First of all, it's still a lot of letting go. I know with moons and full moons and whatnot, I'm not an expert by any means, moon expert. Sometimes I just set an intention within myself and that's it. I go with the flow. My whole ethos is, I'm laughing because it's not fluffy bunny rabbits and unicorns. It's shadow and light. It's sifting through the fear, being more in love. Presence is a big word. So presence is a big word for November. So letting go of what no longer serves us and presence. So I just want to talk a bit about letting go what no longer serves us. Honestly. This comes up for me every full moon because I read about it. So many beautiful souls that I'm connected with and follow have posts up about it and a reminder for us all, which is amazing. But I'm going to be honest, until this October, it really dropped in. It really dropped into my heart because for me personally, letting go, cutting out people, etc. doesn't work. If you want to come away from something, come away from someone that bothers you, because that's only a perception. Yes, it is your perception maybe, but there's nothing out, it's only within. So everything is a mirror. And that's so bloody hard to admit, isn't it? It's a tough one. But this is where we are now. We're really coming into really looking at these aspects within us that's shown on the outside. So it's up to you. But I know for me, it's time to cop on. It's time to stop looking outside myself. It's time to fill myself up, be my own best friend, be the person that I go to for guidance and wisdom. And I guess I encourage everybody to start thinking about that, looking at that. It's a process. You know, this Rome wasn't built in a day, but this is where we are on this new journey now, this new awakened consciousness. Not last year, not even last summer, or not even this summer or a month ago. This is what I'm feeling. There's a whole new shift, and I'm just giving you my perspective. You can take it or leave it. And I guess I've had interactions with so many other beautiful people, and so many seem to be struggling with, as I was, with letting go of blaming others and the stories that we make up, and this person did that, and then you could spend hours with a very well-meaning listening friend expert on, you know, they're listening to us whinge on about X, Y, and Z, but it's actually pretty relevant. We have to kind of come back within ourselves, look at what's going on. Those of you who are watching this, I would imagine by now you're still here. Some of you turned off, that's fine. I'm not here to please everybody or anybody. But if it resonates, let's keep going. Yeah, so letting go and presence. So I guess when we let go and what no longer serves us for this month is the stories that we tell ourselves and each other, mostly about others. So if you're ready, it's time to start letting go of that. So let's dive into some Kyle Gray, Angels and Ancestors guidance, see what shows up. To me, this is the epitome of autumn. These beautiful, earthy, shamanic feeling cards. So let's see what comes up and if it resonates with what I've been talking about. So yeah, letting go. I feel, this is just my view on this, that people as humans, we do want someone to hold someone accountable for our pain, our, I've been told 3, our outsideness. But we shape our life and our destiny from what's going on within, how we're feeling within. So alignment, nurture, nourish, what we eat, what we drink. I'm really going through this at the moment, so this is why it's coming up. And to share, because I'm sure some or few, but I'd say a lot, will resonate. My favorite mug, this is the butterfly mug. It's very important to me. It's becoming a bit of a symbol. So what we've got is, the first one is Oracle, wait for important information. So before we do anything drastic this month, because there is a lot of talk, there'll be a lot of Facebook Lives and a lot of beautiful information and YouTubes. About letting go, as I'm talking about. The thing is, just pause. Pause, go within your heart. What I'm feeling recently is that if there's any question on a decision or a road to take, if I'm at the crossroads, if there's any question, I'm not doing it. I'm only stepping into something, into new things, when there's a resounding yes. And so far, for example, in the last week, I've only had that once. And you know how many thoughts we have a day? Our little mind chatters away. So one yes, Marie. It's not a lot if you think about all the thoughts swirling around in my head. So what I'm saying to you and myself is just to wait, pause. I can really suffer from shiny object syndrome, and that's one of the reasons I stepped away from my work at the time in April, because all of anything, any new ideas, anything that was popping into my head, I was pressing a button, I was getting something out there, and it was becoming way too much. And I decided I had to be more discerning in what was happening. So wait for the information. It will come. It will come. I am not here to give it to you, because there's maybe many of you watching. So this is just a general, within, look within, ask yourself, your higher self, source energy, God, whatever you want to call it. It's within us, our body and mind, our soul, our spirit. Okay, so next one, November, is Medicine Mother. This is so beautiful. Honor your inner knowing. Honor your inner knowing. So typically, this is what has happened in the past, that we will talk about something, I will give the information, and then the next piece of guidance, or in this case, in the beautiful Kyle Gray card, shows up. So what we were talking about, honor your inner knowing, Medicine Mother. We are all medicine mothers. We all have the Medicine Mother within us, including the men who may be watching. Because we have Father and Mother within us. We have masculine and feminine energies within us. So, wait for the information. Trust your inner knowing and honor your inner knowing. So this is a pause month. Reflect, rest, renew, replenish. For me, I feel like all the reawaken, reset. And on a physical, like a human level, rethink, readjust, tweak what's going on in your life. Tweak your life. Change things around. we are preparing for a very different 2022. It has felt a bit samey the last couple of years for the obvious reasons that swept the planet. So now we're moving into a whole new energy. If you're happy to, I'm going to say plod along, and there's nothing wrong with plodding. If you're out there in the Halloween, you know, the leaves and the fields, and you're plodding along, I love it. Heavy foot, ground yourself into Mother Earth. So many negative connotations to words that are just incredible. So if you want to plod along, keep your life as the same, that is perfect. If that is what feels right for you. Trusting on your inner knowing. You know, if you're not feeling like shifting, that is perfect too. There's too much emphasis, I feel, on changing your life and you know, we're here to be present in our lives and in our energy. We're here to honor ourselves and what comes up at any given moment. We're here to trust that what we're doing and the steps we're taking are right for us, regardless, this is where the outside, regardless of what anyone says on the outside. I have the most incredible family and soul family tribe on tap, in person, on the button, if need be. But I have stopped asking for advice, pretty much, maybe a little bit still, and really working on not taking other people's opinions on, because there are 7-8 billion people on the planet, and that means that's as many perspectives and opinions as there are. So please remember, we can trust our inner knowing. And I know what it's like to chat and to talk and to hash out and all this, you know, go into our stories, and that's human, that's our human side, and that's fine. But if you really want to change things, if you do, then it's perfect for you to want that. So I would say to just trust your inner knowing. Stop asking. Just spend this month or even this week, this first week of November, if this is the only thing you take from this video, I'm not going to ask anybody for advice or their opinion this week. And when they give it to me, if it's unsolicited, I say, thank you very much. And then, so just try that. Because obviously, if I'm saying to you, I'm going to try it myself. So the third piece of information we're getting for November from Kyle Grace and Angels and Ancestors, beautiful cards, is enjoy the growth and reap the rewards. So this is so beautiful. I was saying to a friend last night that when I'm in it and I'm going through a new process, I mean, that could be every few months, reawakening, realigning, recalibrating, resetting, renewing. Yes, every few months at least. When I'm in that space, I can't see any growth. I can't feel any growth. Because when you're in that space of, call it whatever you want, turmoil or change or shifting, it's kind of hard to see the wood for the trees. Isn't that the saying? But when I have that moment or that day that I wake up and I've come out of that space, and this is not a negative space, this is an incredibly, it can be difficult, uncomfortable, shifting space. It might have lasted a week, 2 weeks, a month, a couple of months. It depends, you know, some people call it dark night of the soul. I just feel like it's a recalibration or realignment. When I come out of it, like last night I was saying to my friend, I was telling him what was going on, I look back and go, wow. So I see the growth and I am reaping the rewards now. But when I was in it, let me tell you, not a chance. Not a chance that I could see it while I was in it. I know this is going to resonate. So while we're in that crappy, gunky place, because this is what happens when we signed up to wake up, to be conscious and aware. I mean, I don't, you know, spirituality to me is, my son asked me recently, what does it mean to you? What do you mean? And he's been listening to me for, 15 years of his 16 years. And I said, being spiritual, what it means to me is just simply, it's not a simple thing, but simply saying is being aware, being conscious and awake to my behavior, my patterns, how I'm living, what I'm doing, what I'm saying, how I'm behaving, what I'm projecting, how I'm projecting. That's it. To me, it's the journey that I agreed upon. I didn't know at the time. That was 15 years ago now. That's another day and another story. So, but yeah, that's what it just means to be aware. And once you kind of wake up and are conscious and aware of how you're living your life and how you're behaving and etc., it never ends, man. And every day something new comes up, or every week or every month. And this is the beauty of the journey of life. And that's why we're here, to experience all aspects, the human, the fear, the ego, the light, the dark, the shadow, the joy, the abundance, the nature, the beauty of nature. So enjoy your growth and reap the rewards. And reaping the rewards can simply be just recognizing that you've come out, or you're coming out in November, coming out of that kind of funky phase that came in at the end of the summer. So really, for the last September, October, so now we're coming out of this phase, like waking up to waking up to the new, the 2022, but we don't have to jump out and, act like it's New Year's Day. Be gentle, be kind, be present. Love yourself. Say beautiful, kind things to yourself and others. Simple, simple things. This week, when I do my Starbucks drive-through, I'm going to pay for the next person behind me for a coffee and a muffin. I won't see them because I'll have driven on at that point, but do something, just something simple, something small, something kind. Stop and speak to somebody. I don't have a dog, but I'm surrounded by them. And I find it's a wonderful thing as somebody who doesn't have a dog to stop and ask people about their dogs. It's a beautiful, beautiful conversation starter. And in my experience, it's just such a lovely compliment, and there's so many beautiful dogs and animals and such incredible beings and healing. And yeah, so anyway, that's kind of my little bits today, because this is what it's about. It's about, people talk about healing, and I tend to not use that word so much anymore, but that's just me. But the healing, and if you want to practice healing, you go outside, you speak to somebody, you connect heart to heart. That to me is what it is. So we're just going to be on the 30-minute mark. I hope this is resonating, making sense. I almost feel like there's so much in it. We've only, there's so much. There's so many subjects within this. Letting go, being present, and connection. And these are the wisdom of change from the beautiful Wendy Pryor. Absolutely incredible wisdom in these cards. I'll see if I can, I don't know if I can put up a link, because I'm off Facebook. I haven't come back. I'm not sure I will as yet. This is why I've decided to do the YouTubes. I don't really have a plan. I literally woke up this morning and had do the video for November. I'm not sure what direction I'm heading in, but I just knew that I wanted some guidance, and therefore that means that others too, and we will go from there. So just subscribe, just check in. I might do weekly, might just do the monthly for now, we'll see. So glasses out, we have forgiveness. Beautiful. So this must be our last word. Letting go. Letting go for the need to be right. Letting go to make things happen. Letting go of the stories. Letting go of the anger and the blame that we place upon others, but therefore really we are putting on ourselves. Letting it go. And forgiveness. This card invites you to explore the power of forgiveness. At any given moment, we can only do the best we can with the tools we've got. In order to upgrade your toolkit, forgive. You've been harsh on yourself and judgmental of your efforts. Connecting with self-love and acceptance will help you to acknowledge your achievements to date in the face of considerable challenge. Forgiveness of others is not about condoning their actions. It's about liberating yourself from the pain your thoughts about them causes you. You are then free to focus on more empowering directions. So the Ho'oponopono, the Hawaiian forgiveness prayer, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. So many of us misinterpret that. So for me, it's, I'm sorry, Marie, that I've forgotten who you really are, which is love. Please forgive me for not acknowledging this. I love you speaks for itself. And thank you for being here for me. So it's within ourselves. It's within ourselves. You know, in my experience, those who this will resonate will obviously find it, take it or leave it. You know, this is what we go through when we do this work. What's she talking about? What is he talking about? Blah, 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 blah. Switch it off if you think it's rubbish. And if you don't, just take it. Run with it. Let's see what happens. Lots of love, my heart to your heart.